Well, I guess when we first started, we were seen as the new kids on the block. You know, we were from a First Nation, and the industry was already doing their job out on the lands, and we came along and took over the license, and we had to prove ourselves, obviously, and gain respect, garner respect from industry. We definitely need more young people interested in forestry. There's a lack of First Nations foresters, so we're hoping that they'll get interest as they get jobs like what they're doing today. They're actually doing some thinning today, and hopefully that will inspire them to pursue jobs in the future in that area.
I think their opportunities are limitless, really, especially with Lac Seul First Nation owning and operating the Opishkokong Resources Corporation. We're looking to build capacity of our community members to eventually take over to be registered foresters, to be our operational forester, silviculture forester, or technician, compliance officers. There's contract work available to manage or deliver the services of slash burning. Not just being a tree planter or the thinner, but maybe even owning their own business to fulfill those contracts for the forest management companies.
When I started, when I was 18, I was tree planting. So that was probably one of the toughest jobs like you could ever do, for sure. And but it sets you up with a good base of skills, and kind of toughens you up and lets you know what to expect. And after you do that job, everything else kind of seems to be a bit of a cakewalk. I like being outdoors. For the most part, my truck is my office, and I spend a lot of time out in the bush or on the road. Working in forestry as a young person, it's you do spend a lot of time away from home, but that's time that I would never trade for anything else.
Right now we got a crew of summer students, and we have them every year. I think they appreciate learning the stuff, and actually we had one saying that he was looking into going back to go into forestry, and that was a positive for us. And I think they just enjoy actually doing work that's appreciated and needed. They're not sitting in an office being bored or anything else. They're out. Whether it's hot, cold, or raining, they're out there working. So,
to be successful in forestry, I believe you need to be comfortable on the land. You have to be comfortable in working independently and working hard. It's not easy work. Yeah, just a willingness to even learn. Because technology is constantly changing. And so that's going to impact the type of job that they're doing as well.
With forestry, people just think once you kind of cut the trees down and then send it wherever, that's it. But you need to keep in mind everything else that's involved. The guy operating, driving the truck with the wood on it, the guy operating the feller buncher that cuts the wood, the chipper crew, the skidder drivers, the slasher, the limber operators, all those guys are getting a benefit. They get good employment, so they can provide for their families.
I see it going, the community being self-supporting, self-sustaining in all areas, not only in forestry, but jobs for young people. Perhaps I'm even looking at a value-added mill in the community at some point. I think it's very vitally important that we look after the earth and the trees and everything that makes nature what it is.